Hello everyone and welcome back for another episode of Phoenix Point Terror from the Void. We have the beta team over at New Haven going to save them from the Forsaken, which means people aren't going to really like it that much. We're not going to get an opportunity to destroy a nest. But, you know, we're here to, you know, help out, save the day, pat ourselves on the back and take whatever resources they're going to give us for it. So, yeah, let's send the team in. Now, we need to leave two people behind. This time it's going to be Liz, because Liz is still a little bit tired compared to everyone else. And let's leave Gear behind. Poor Gear, he's barely had an opportunity to go out on any missions. After this one, I'm going to go through everyone and check to see if we've got any skill points that need to be assigned to them. But for now, let's just send them in. Okay, having a look at this tactically, what have we got? We're looking for defenders first of all that we can borrow. It doesn't look like there's any... Oh no, there's one over there. He's quite far away though. He is quite far. Okay, in that case, the next thing is probably high ground for Anton. Seeing as he can jet jump up. Let's get him up here, behind the cover. And we'll try and get some eyes around before we move everyone else in. Okay, Bloodied Soldiers. We're facing a pack of the Forsaken called the Bloodied Soldiers. Their leader is Hotaku. Using the tactic Fire Discipline, allies within 20 tiles have returned fire. Okay. Hang on. Shor Khan and Lorax. Brilliant. I would love to get some bombs down on them, but that's not going to happen this turn. Elif, we're going to move in with you and do some scouting. Oh no, I should have done Frenzy. Should have done Frenzy. It's not too late. You're still within range, you're just not going to get the full benefit this turn. Yeah, there's a load of them over that side.
Here I am. Let's do this.
They are going to regen, but we can still do decent dazed damage to them. And I do like that. Okay, Laura. Pushing through the middle isn't going to be very useful. Up here could work, but again, it's not an amazing vantage point. I think what we're going to want to do is kind of come up the middle. Like if we dash across to here, we can get one quick aim shot off, and then we can go on Overwatch. Which is, again, not amazing, but... it's not terrible either. I say not terrible, that was actually pretty terrible. Get close range Overwatch. That's what we want. Everyone else, I think, is going to have to come on in close. We could lay waste. We could also just induce a panic. Thinning their numbers out with panic is fine for me in terms of general tactics. We'll Overwatch in case someone gets a bit close. Eileen, I think you're probably going to have to Overwatch as well, but we'll get closer so you've got less chance of shooting our own people. Now there's every chance that these guys are just going to like run across and pistol us. So this may not be a brilliant place for everyone to be. We can actually get pretty close with Bethany. Exertion would cost us 5. Dash will cost us 6. So that's 11 for those. And then potentially vanishing or deploying a decoy. I'm really tempted to just charge on in with the Scyther and clear one of these guys out. Maybe even 2 of them. Probably this one. Let's see if we can make it happen. So if we were going to go this way, it wants to take us through the middle. So dash first to here. This is partly just to see if it's doable. Dash to here. Hi! It's not quite going to kill him, but it's going to do a lot of damage, and with the added bleed, he should die. Jeez! 120 bleed because of all the disabled limbs. You are not having a good day, mate. Let's do the exertion. I don't really want to kill him any, like, on top of that. Let's just get back behind cover. Ooh, where is their priest? Okay, their priest is over the other side. They have quite a few people over here, actually. Oh, and there's a priest that we could have grabbed. Okay, well, let's move Bethany closer. And we'll leave it at that. Hunker down up here. Terrible shot, mate. Absolutely terrible. Better. Hopefully that draws his attention away from us. This priest is just going to get himself killed. Oh! They've lost a guy, and there's their panic one. Yep, drawing the attention away. This is all fine at the moment. It's very interesting with the priest versus priest. Yeah, you're totally going to die. So they have 2 priests and an assault over here. Let's get some explosives in. I don't think they're going to have fire resistance, but they're certainly not going to have blast resistance. That's a disappointing grenade. Okay. Bethany. If we dash you in next to this guy, you can kill him. We can walk you up to this one and you can kill him. But you can also just walk up, get Laura to walk up behind this one, and that'll be effective. Alright, let's get Laura right on in. We'll check, see how likely it is we get the one-hit kill. Not on the torso. Not on the legs. No, it's just too armoured. We need something bigger. How about you? Might be able to do something on the head, but it'll be tiny amounts. But you know what we can do? We can wallop him twice with Adrenaline Rush.
Huh.
Effective. And then we could wallop this guy once as well. It's a shame I didn't do rapid clearance. We're not quite going to get close enough. Maybe we do the sensible tactical retreat. We can do onslaught on someone else, which would be pretty handy.
Ready.
So we'll bring Elif up to here. Elif can take a couple of crossbow shots. Because the crossbow's got a very good penetration.
Hostile destroyed.
Okay, here's the onslaught.
For the Phoenix Project.
Ooh, look at that. Right through the middle. Missed him. Try
On
again.
the trigger.
Damn, that's annoying. I really thought that those were likely to work. Okay, let's... I want to move closer so I can mind control someone, but I don't want to overexpose. You've got 220 health, you've got 180. Okay, we're going to dash on in. Yeah, you're pretty screwed. At this point, we can just back up a little bit. They're going to lose willpower, so they're not really going to be able to do much. Helmy, I want to get you in and putting pressure on, so get to here. And Eileen, I would like you close enough that we could get some kind of overwatch going. Do like that, just in case. I don't know what's going to come from it, probably nothing. Okay, bit of panic on their side, that's exactly what we wanted. Oh, a tiny bit of damage. But that tiny bit of damage is nothing compared to what Bethany is going to do. Halaka splat. From up on top, Anton is just going to bomb this. Boom blast so we don't miss. 2 should take it out. Oh yeah. Even though it took out the tree, it was enough to take out the priest. A relatively straightforward saving defense. Tiny bits of experience down here. They are eking closer to max level. And we got a hell of a lot of resources out of that. Most of these, they're just going to sit in our stores. We've got nothing that we need to replenish from that, so all good. Let's bring the beta team back over here. So we're waiting on our research right now. That's That's where we are, and the occasional bits of exploration with the Alpha team. The Behemoth has actually gone below the waves, so our aircraft can head back. There we go. A luxurious apocalypse. Exploration site. Our operatives have discovered what can only be described as a luxury shelter. An underground facility so extravagant it beggars belief. It has multiple swimming pools, a gym, sauna, cinema, and even dedicated VR room. The only thing it doesn't have is people. Ooh. Let's donate the equipment to New Jericho. A representative of New Jericho thanks us for our donation, which will be used to improve their training facilities. And just to take the edge off how much they dislike us. Alpha 1, you can go down here. Alpha 2, you can come down here. Let's see if there's any extra encounters. Beloborodov recently suffered a breach. Small tick-like parasites invaded the haven, causing extreme rage and confusion in anyone they attach themselves to. Sneeju doctors have already found a cure, but there's still a lot to repair. The exhausted and still somewhat shaky citizens are happy to see our operatives. Yeah, we'll help out, offer to assist with the repairs. They like us, it just takes a little bit of time, that's it. Alright, you can join at the New Jericho Haven. Strike Force 2 is rearmed, that's good. Delivery is rearmed, and the research for Specimen 2 is done. So, that has unlocked the Vita Grenade. Healing soldiers at a distance implies that you care about healing soldiers. And as we've seen from my many playthroughs, healing is often an afterthought, if it's even a thought for me. So, take from that what you will. Fort Hera. At the New Jericho Haven of Fort Hera, our operatives are treated cautiously. Commander Santiago Benjamin mentions previous dealings with the Phoenix Project. Upon further inquiry, it reveals that 2 Phoenix Project scientists were detained here due to being infected. Unfortunately, both are deceased. Apparently, these scientists who never made contact with the Phoenix Point may have been unaware that the Phoenix Project even still existed. We're conducting research in the area when they were infected. Commander Benjamin insists that their research belongs to Fort Hera. Let's try going up the chain of command. I think New Jericho would respect that at least. The problem is swiftly resolved. Of course, the Phoenix Project deserves access to the work of its own scientists, even if they weren't officially activated. Trust, after all, is the basis of friendship, and the Phoenix Project is a friend. Just about. As such, you're given 2 exploration sites. One over here, one there. Oh no, there and there. Okay. That's interesting. I think we're still going to keep moving the Alpha team. Well, actually, no, there's nothing really more to see up this way. Fine. Let's bring them across. Alpha 2 and Alpha 1. And then we'll bring them south via the havens and the exploration sites.
Research complete.
And there's the Siren Autopsy. So that's going to give us the Siren Vivisection available. Which we will move up before the Virophage weapons, I think. Okay, start the exploration. No hostile forces have been detected. It's an abandoned military base. There's probably some resources we can find here. Some tech and materials. We've definitely reached the point in the game where there's no real threats on the world, especially at this difficulty level. So just moving around, checking these sites, it's worth us doing. What was happening? Exploration site. A heavily fortified building explored by our operatives has turned out to be an abandoned server farm for the social media platform Plapper, which collapsed in the mid-2020s. Millions of short messages are archived here, documenting in detail the life of pre-war middle classes. Is this information worth preserving, or should we just take the spare parts we need? Preserve the information. Perhaps one day we can figure out why people thought snarky comments were going to prevent the apocalypse. I don't think anyone's ever thought that. Alpha 1, Alpha 2, come down to this other site. The centre cannot hold. More and more of our operatives are reporting distressing nightmares, and some appear to be experiencing symptoms similar to night terrors. This is consistent with reports from havens around the world. The delirium grows stronger, and the behemoth's disruption threshold has increased, but it's still not around, so we can ignore it for the moment. How do you like them apples? The Alpha 1 has landed in an open field next to rows and rows of apple trees. The buildings nearby have been abandoned, and the whole place has been neglected for quite a while. Initial testing of the apples indicates they're unfit for human consumption, as they've been infected by the Pandora virus. While they look normal on the outside, on the inside they contain internal organs, closely remembering that of a crab. Yeah, just search the area. Nearby abandoned farmhouse contains a few things that we can use. That's fair enough. We could do scavenging site. We don't really need to. We have other things we can explore down here. Let's do that. Alpha 1, Alpha 2, you're coming back to the South Pole.
Research complete.
Okay, Siren Vivisection is done. That's giving us research in the Pandoran telepathic nodule. We're going to move that up to the top. This is pretty much accelerating us towards the end game at this point. We do have a decent number of research labs, and we could build more to like really hammer through it a lot faster. I'm going to be curious how many resources we have spare at the end. Our operatives have landed near an old school. The buildings nearby are all abandoned and cars block the streets. The school is overgrown with mutated vegetation. These jobs are never fun though. Exploring the ruins means rooting through people's lives, coldly evaluating the remains of who they were, to see what's useful and what is not. You have to forget that children played here before the virus came. Yeah, that's fine. Never been a big fan of kids myself. We'll just pick up what's useful and move on. Okay, it looks like in theory we can bring more people out. The towering incompetence. Our operatives have discovered a highly fortified skyscraper. The site appears to be abandoned. Our findings indicate this location was fortified by the owners of a hedge fund who intended to outlast the end of days here. Although the structure is beginning to crumble, it would have been a good place to survive the early years of the apocalypse. This tragedy is something of a puzzle. Despite the availability of tremendous technical resources and enough supplies to last a century, the owners of this structure apparently died from voluntarily drinking unfiltered water. How foolish. How foolish indeed. Right, Alpha 1, Alpha 2, come check out the haven. And then we'll send them back north. Ooh, then again, we might send them to another nearby point.
Research complete.
The telepathic nodule is done. And our research has once again caused controversy. To New Jericho, the existence of the telepathic nodule is unsurprising. They've always seen always seen the infection as an attack on human will. But it's made their relationship to the disciples of Anno deteriorate even further, as they now see the disciples as not only trying to pervert, but to enslave humanity. To Sanhedrian, confirmation the Pandorans are being controlled by an external force is deeply shocking. To the polyphonic tendency subfaction, it means coexistence is no longer as simple. The Pandorans must be liberated first. But the terraformers argue that this is naive, and the task is to take control of Earth for humanity, not romanticize the alien invaders. The disciples, meanwhile, have released a rare official statement from the Exalted. Behold, our people have drunken the deep of the waters of life, and yet they are free. Our path leads not to enslavement, but to liberation from the flaws of the old flesh. Okay, well, we need to capture a Pandoran with psychic ability, so we're going to have to find some Pandorans in order to do that. Broken down military convoy, there's no survivors, or at least no bodies. No sign of a fight either, but one of the vehicles is standing at a totally different angle to the rest. Okay. Well, we'll grab the stuff from that. Let's bring everyone back north. I suppose we could do the scavenging site and try. Well, we can't get captures on scavenging, can we? It just doesn't work like that. So the scavenging site is not going to be of any use to us. Let's bring the Alpha team up. Oh, there's... When did that happen? You know what? Beta team. Come across and... Let's see if we can capture a Pandoran with psychic influence. That's going to have to be next time, though, because I'm afraid we are unfortunately running out of time for today. So, thank you very much for coming along, everyone. I do hope you have enjoyed this. As always, if you have, be sure to give a big thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do so, and you'll be told when the next episode goes live. Otherwise, I'll see you next time for another episode of Phoenix Point, Terror from the Void. See you soon.